Because you mentioned upsetting the apple cart, there's so much hype around Jake Paul and Anderson Silva. Is that worth the hype, in your opinion?
Depends who you're asking. So for me, yes. But for many people in the boxing world, because that's really where he's trying to make his mark, no, it's not. To him, it's like, fight a boxer already. That's what they want. And I understand that Anderson Silva has some good boxing skills, but he's still not an actual professional boxer. So until he fights somebody who is actually a decent, how do I say this? Because he's still early on in his boxing career. So if this had been any other fighter, their team's management, promoter would be making sure he's fighting all the right people to get him all of the right training, all of the right, what I'm trying to think of the word, experience on moving himself up the ranks, right?
Sure.
But because he's Jake Paul, people want to see him instantly out the gate against someone who's really good. It's not going to happen. Like, the guy is still, trying to come up in his own career. He's still new. He's still a prospect in the grand scheme of things. But yet we want to see him against somebody like, I don't know, a Canelo, because they want to see him knocked out so bad. That's what it is. I kind of describe it as the Mayweather effect in boxing. He has kind of like the Mayweather effect. Everyone watched Mayweather's fights to see him get knocked out. But he had a fan base, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, I mean, people wanted to see no upside to that, right? I mean, you have to kind of be methodical in terms of the fights that you're choosing so you could put yourself in position to even try to have some success against the likes of a Canelo.
Right. I mean, I don't see him ever fighting Canelo. And you know what? If I ever look back on this interview 4 years from now, I'm going to eat my words, because I thought there were so many things I would never see that I'm seeing now. So I'm like, I actually made a joke with somebody and I go, you watch this guy actually go on one day to fight Canelo. Like, I think I would die. I swear to you. I'd be like, he would be the poster child for anything is possible. Right? He's just like, how did this guy do this? But I respect Jake Paul. I respect the business mentality, the hustle mentality. I like that he trolls. You have to be a character in this sport. If you are not a character in the sport, you do not stand out. You do not sell tickets. It just is what it is. And because he already comes with a massive fan base from his YouTube channel and his social media pages, it really obviously helps, which is why he's been able to secure deals like with Showtime. I mean, DAZN. It's crazy. Like, he's doing things that some people feel isn't, quote, fair, because there have been other fighters who have, quote, been working longer and don't get those opportunities. But what they don't understand is, numbers don't lie. Any brand, anybody's going to go and say, you know what, I'm going to sponsor that person because they have a big following. That's how it works. So you have to work on your character to build, like, your character in boxing. You're either the villain or you're the good guy. You got to pick what you are. You got to figure it out. But at the end of the day, you're also a salesman. You have to be able to sell yourself, because at the end of the day, that's all networks and sponsors and anybody care to see. Are your numbers good? So Jake Paul brings numbers. So he's going to continue to be successful. I even think even if he gets knocked out at some point, he'll still be successful, as long as he continues to keep trucking forward, because as we know, a loss doesn't mean anything. But for anyone on the outside, anyone in the boxing community looking at Jake Paul, they only are tuning in to hope that they could finally see him lose, because they finally want to see him go away.